to another edition of the Fats Cafe Coach's Corner, hosted by Fats Cafe here at Fats Cafe. I'm Nick Terry, filling in for Caitlin Grasillo, here with head coach Glenn Kotz of the USC Aiken volleyball team. How's it going, Coach?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Okay. And to start off, I guess we'll go back to last weekend. You started out with the loss to Flagler. I guess start off, what happened there, and then you transitioned into a bounce-back win. Could you talk about both of those?
That's probably the toughest road trip of the year, that Flagler-Armstrong trip. We go play in the two smallest sardine cans of a gym that we go to, and they really pack the gym out and make it it's a fun game environment, but it's something totally different than what we experience here in our nice arena. It was loud, it was wild, crazy, tough place to play, and then against two of the top teams in the league.
Right.
Had just a knockdown, drag out war with Flagler and just came up, literally just a point or so short. Statistically, we won almost every category in the match, but at the end, they came out on top barely. But going to 5 was key to allow the tiebreaker to happen the next day, and then to bounce back. And with a fiasco of bus trouble on that trip and all kinds of different problems, it all worked out on Saturday, and we were able to pull off a 3-1 win against Armstrong, and that helped clinch the regular season for us. So, okay. Exciting times.
Okay, what did you see in that 3-1 win that you didn't see Friday night?
Just a little bit steadier play. I think we had just I think the hecklers got to our kids at Flagler. They really did a good job of heckling some of our key players, and it got to them. Just got a little bit flustered, played a little frustrated, a little timid at times. But you're playing a quality team. Flagler is a super athletic, great ball control team. We knew we had to show up and have a game, and we really did have a pretty good day. It was just a great match. Saturday, it was just simply we just played a little bit cleaner. Didn't make the amount of mistakes that we made the day before, and we're just able to capitalize and get the momentum and keep it. So
okay, and with that win, it earns you the conference championship in the regular season. First time since 2007. How does that feel? Oh,
it feels great. It's a long time coming, and a lot of it is just, the planets are aligning, and these kids have finally started to believe in themselves, and they've got confidence, and the chemistry is there, and we're healthy, knock on wood.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and you win it. That gives you home court advantage for the tournament.
Yes.
How does that feel, and what does that do for you?
Oh, that's the key, is you want to have a chance to play the Peach Belt tournament on your home court. We always play much more confident at home, in front of our home crowd, and we got the first round game against Georgia College, and feel confident that we can move on through that one and get to host the semifinals and finals this coming weekend. So we're looking forward to it.
Okay, and then some of the players. Let's start with Ashley Dedric. She passed 1,000 kills. What has she been like this year, and what's she mean to your team?
Ashley Dedric's returning region player of the year. She is going to be impossible to replace. Is having a great year. Just playing really smart this year, playing aggressive. She's mixed up her shots. She's a real, she's got a lot of weapons. She's good defensively. She can pass. She can block. She can hit. And she is by far probably the most dominating hitter in the whole league, and probably one of the top dominating hitters in Division II volleyball, period. We're lucky to have kept her from going and dominating in D1. So, she's fun to have on the court. She brings an energy around her, and picks up her teammates, just doing a super job leading this team, and it's just, she's our clutch go-to person. So it's fun to have around, but she's got a cast of teammates around her that are doing a super job this year as well, and have stepped up too. And that's really the key to our victory, is not everybody can key in on Ashley now. People have to keep their eyes open for all the other players as well. So
okay. And I think one of those players is Alisa Hines. She's first in hitting percentage, and what has she meant this year?
She's brought us. She brings a level of energy that is just, it's off the charts. When Alisa goes on the floor, everybody knows she's going out there, and she vocally leads out there. She does a super job blocking now. Offensively, I mean, clearly she's a super threat. With the highest hitting percentage in the league, everybody has to pay attention to her whenever we're passing well, and she's an option as a hitter. But that also opens the game up for our left and right sides. They have to key in on Alisa because she'll eat them alive, and that makes it really tough for the other opposing middle blocker to decide where do I, makes it a guessing game for them. And if Emily's, seeing the block well and distributing the ball, we got a lot of one-on-ones, and if our hitters are one-on-one, we're usually pretty effective. So.
Okay, and what have you liked about your liberos this year? What have you seen from them?
I feel like we have the top three defensive players in the whole league that compete for that libero jersey, and then there's Sean Hodson as well, who doesn't really ever get to be a libero because she's one of our key potential hitters or backup hitters in the lineup that we run. But between Monica, Katie, and Danielle, they have stepped up the level of ball control for our team. And it's unfortunate we don't have enough subs to put them all on the floor at the same time, but they're on the floor at the same time in practice, and it sure does make for just some of the most competitive practices I feel like in the Peach Belt. I feel like our 6-on-6 in practice is just the depth of it, and the competitiveness and the way they push each other is a real key. But defensively, our unit of defensive players, we're leading the country in digs per game. That shows something. We're doing something right there, and I really accredit a lot of it just to their athleticism and their ball control, just their fundamental skills and their anticipation skills are just at a super high level now. And we graduate one, and we have 2 of them coming back for next year as well. So. Our ball control and defense is that's one of our real keys and one of our strengths. I'd say it's our top strength, and we try and keep them out there as much as possible. So, but yeah, they've been keys for us. We're able to get in system off of some really tough attacks from other teams just from the sheer ball control that they have. So, it's nice. It makes the job a lot easier for our setters too. They don't have to run around the court so much.
Okay.
So.
And at this point in the season, you've accomplished a lot already. What else would you like to accomplish?
I mean, clearly we want to win the conference tournament.
Right.
We made the finals a few years ago, came up a little short last year. I feel like this team being the number 1 seed going in, they're coming in knowing that they can host it at home if we take care of business against Georgia College. They're hungry for it. They want to get that trophy, but they also want to maintain the level of play you need to have in November in the postseason to lead into that regional 2 weeks later. So that's the goal: win a conference championship now and move that into the regional. And if we win a conference championship, we're pretty much assured to host the regional. If we can stay number 1 in the region, we can host a national tournament at our gym, and that's another nice home court advantage to start that round of 64 in our own gym and see where we can go from there. So I feel like we can win this region and do some damage in the Elite 8 as well. So that's our goal.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Coach, and that'll do it for us here. And thanks again for joining us for another edition of the Fats Cafe Coach's Corner.
All right. Thank you.
What's your other days? Monday.